Come over onto your hands and knees, place your feet on the mat, and come into downward facing dog. Gently pull your knee into your nose and hold. Continue to breathe, although breathing is compromised in this position. Just make sure your breaths are even. You're breathing in the same amount as you breathe out. Gently pull your foot on the mat and bring the other foot in. And hold. Gently foot down, switch, and pull in. Inhale and exhale. Gently switch, knee to nose. Remember your back stays flat in this position. Bring your feet in into a forward bend. If you can't put your hands on your mat, just hang. If there's too much stress in your back, immediately bend your knees. Some people actually never get their hands to the mat. That's okay. Stay in your forward bend. And breathe. Raising yourself up. Make your shoulders parallel with your hips. Pushing into your heels. Draw your arms back. Fingers are together, palms are facing one another, and hold. Forward bend with a flat back. Gently bend your knees, allow the arms to lift up. You want your arms to frame your face, and you hold and lift up into your chair pose. Arms are straight, fingers together, palms facing one another. Your head should be looking directly forward. Your knees are bent and they're over your toes. Try not to extend the knees further than the toes. Bend, come down. Open your legs wide. Try and keep your heels on your mat. Try and keep your knees over your toes and squat into your prayer position. Again, just breathe and hold. It may be difficult to get the heels down. Please feel free to adjust, taking your feet wider. Take your right arm down, lift your left arm up, and you're going to hold. You want to try and get the elbow and the hand stacked above the shoulder. And you're looking up. Come back to your squat with prayer hands. Center yourself and breathe. Gently drop the other hand. Lift, as if someone's pulling your fingers up to the ceiling. If you can, elbows and wrists are stacked upon your shoulder, and you're looking up. Gently come back to center and hold. Squat with prayer hands. Gently turn to the side. Place your forearms on your knee and come into your lunge position. You extend the leg back as far as possible. The heel doesn't touch. It's important to make sure that the front knee is aligned over the ankle. And make sure that place your hands on the mat. Adjust your foot accordingly to keep that knee over your ankle. You don't want your knee to exceed your toes. It puts too much pressure on the knees. Palms on the mat. Extend forward. And hold. Simply breathe. Shall we switch legs? Come forward. Adjust if need be. Place your forearms on your knee into a lunge. Looking forward and hold. Continue to breathe. Gently take your hands down, align them with your feet. Arms are straight, back leg is straight. Front knee is aligned over your ankles. Chin is tilted upward. And hold. Take your front foot back into downward facing dog. Your heels never touch the mat in downward facing dog, although they struggle to do so. It's part of the stretch. Your head is framed evenly between your arms, and your buttocks is the high point. Ideally, your back is flat. Abdominals are pulled in, shoulder blades slightly contracted. And hold. Bring your feet back in. Come into your forward bend. After all this, the second forward bend is a little easier. Easy being a relative term. Remember, if your back bothers you, bend your knees. Gently come up, keeping the knees bent. Knees over your toes. Take your arms, frame your face. Fingers together. Palms facing one another into your chair pose. And hold. Reaching up with those arms. Gently come back to a comfortable, seated, relaxed position.